Welcome to the MVPreneur podcast. Have you ever considered leaving your current job to become an independent professional working with the Power Platform or Dynamics 365? Join me as I speak with my fellow MVP colleagues who have made the jump and now earn a living as independents, working on a variety of projects delivering Microsoft Business Application services, training, and subject matter expertise. Hear about their successes and their failures, and maybe be inspired to make your own jump. Or maybe you've decided that staying in your current position is the right decision for you. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy this podcast. Hi, my name is Nick Dolman, and I'm an independent Power Platform professional. What does that mean? Well, I don't actually work for a company on a day-to-day basis. I actually work for myself. I do contracts for other companies. I deliver training for Microsoft and for some other partners. I do have a group of clients that I really enjoy working with, working on some small projects there as a member of their team. And I also do some content creation, very much like this video series and podcast that I'm working on right now. So how did this journey begin? In 2006, I quit my job. I was a Dynamics CRM consultant working for a Microsoft partner. I quit that. I went on my own doing Dynamics CRM consulting work. I did subcontracts for other partners. I had some direct clients, and I did some other subject matter work around that. Had a lot of work. I didn't say no to anything, took it all on. And eventually I started hiring other people to join my team, and we built up a very successful small consulting practice focused solely around Dynamics CRM. Now, I'm more of a hands-on technical person, not so much a business operations person. So over the years, it got a little out of hand. We had more work than we could handle. And in 2013, I actually experienced a little bit of a mental burnout. I'm not going to be ashamed of that. It happens to all of us, and this is what happened to me. So myself and the team, we basically moved the company and we joined a large system integrator. And that worked really well. I was back doing what I like doing. However, I got my paycheck every 2 weeks. I didn't have to worry about collections, billing, operations, and a bunch of that stuff. And that worked well for a few years. I was able to focus a lot on Dynamics CRM. In 2017, I became an MVP, which was really exciting. And from there, in 2018, once again, the entrepreneurial spark and spirit rose up with me. I wanted to do things a little bit different. So this time around, I left my job. I'm back again being independent. Now I'm focusing a lot more on training, some content creation, but I still work on Dynamics 365 and Power Platform projects, as I mentioned earlier. So I'm building this podcast and this video series, and what I did was I had a conversation with a lot of my colleagues in the MVP program that are in a similar situation. They're working for themselves, they're independent, they have different contracts, they're doing consulting gigs, they're doing training, they're doing a whole bunch of different things. And I know that there's a lot of people that approach me and approach them and ask, hey, how can is it easy to become an independent? What happens if I quit my job? How do I get paid? Is this a smart move for me? These are questions I can't really answer for you, but I am hoping that these conversations I have with my MVP friends really helps you out make that decision. So really, who is this really for? Well, you don't need to be an MVP. I mean, I like being part of the MVP program, but it's not really for everybody. I totally understand that. I do believe that if you're involved in the community in any way, there's a lot of great people that are not MVPs doing a lot of great stuff. And I think we're all really interested and really passionate about this technology we work with. So this is for anybody who is considering leaving their job, becoming that independent, having that entrepreneurial seizure, as we would learn in the E-Myth book by Michael Gerber. And I can't make that decision for you, nor can anybody else. This is your decision. So hopefully this information helps you do your homework and you can decide, is this a right move for you? Or you know what? Maybe staying with your old job is okay too. Getting that paycheck every 2 weeks and getting the taxes taken care of and everything, that's perfectly okay. Tomorrow I have to actually go through and do my bookkeeping. It's not fun. I'd rather be watching some new videos on Channel 9 of some new technology, but you got to do what you got to do. So anyways, I really hope you enjoy this series. It's about 8 or 9 episodes where I talk to different people in the community and what their journey is to become independent. Some of these folks have been independent for many, many years. Others just a couple years. We actually talked to one MVP who actually it was her first day on the job as an independent. So you get to have different perspectives of the whole journey. So I'm just keeping this sort of as one season, a collection of episodes. Now, if this has any interest, I could do another season as well. And if that's the case, are there certain people that you would like to see me have a conversation with that maybe have similar journeys, like even outside of the Microsoft business application space, who've been successful, what we call solopreneurs or single entrepreneurs or nichepreneurs, however you want to call it. Be interested to hear their stories as well. What other do you need to know? Do you have any questions around this? Again, reach out to us or any of the folks that I've talked to. We're more than happy to at least kind of point you in the right direction, give you some information as you do your own journey. So I've decided to call this podcast and video series MVPreneur. And it's kind of a play on the MVP and entrepreneur. But it doesn't necessarily mean a Microsoft MVP. I think anybody who has the courage to take this journey is already a most valuable professional in the community as well. And I really hope this helps. So thanks a lot. And I hope you really enjoy this video series or this podcast, however you want to consume it. Thanks.